Grassroots Sessions.
You are free to roam. Life is yours and we are here to guide you. Hey!
thank you so much for tuning in to Grassroots Sessions. We're going to talk a little bit about the song Mama and how it came to be, and just share a bit of information about that song.
Yeah, it's in honour of our beautiful son Jemai.
Jemai.
And it came together the week we laid his beautiful body to rest on sacred land in our home county of Lancashire, and witnessing Katie bring through that wailing grief mother ancient tone at the beginning was something I will never ever forget. And I'm just so honoured to be able to make music with you and to go on this journey of healing our trauma with our music. And
we actually wrote some of that song when Jemai was with us. We was in the cottage in Wales, do you remember? And
yeah.
Alex was playing some piano music, and I was singing, because we gave birth to Jemai in a converted cow shed. It was a barn that was converted into a cottage, and actually opposite where we were living was the cow shed, where actual cows were being kept pregnant and giving birth. And we did actually hear a lot of wailing from cows. Actually, while we lived there, the cows were constantly wailing because they'd separated them from their babies, and there was a real sad energy there. And we had our cottage where we gave birth to Jemai, and
a beautiful free birth.
And when Jemai was with us, when he was maybe a few months old, because he was playing, wasn't he, while you were playing the piano, and I was breastfeeding him, and I started singing just off the top of my head, "Giving birth in the old cow shed," and this was while he was still with us. Magic spells running through my head. I was
That's
open
right.
wide. That was all came through while he was with us, and it wasn't until unfortunately after Jemai had passed that the next part of the song with the wailing came through, and
which
that was
became
just
the beginning of the song, didn't it?
and that really was just a way for me just to get out so much of that pain and grief just coming out. Alex was just playing a drone, and I was just like wailing out my emotions. And I think that there is something to that ancient grief that humanity has had to experience. So much pain and suffering that we experience in these temporary bodies. There is definitely an ancient lineage of music that is based upon the grief song of humans. So many instruments imitate that sound, with the spike fiddles and the violins, that with the microtonal wailing. You hear a lot in Eastern European music.
Indian music,
the microtonal nature of the voice when it's wailing. In grief or in birth, or definitely came through a lot of emotion, that song. But then it actually evolved into a bit of a we once we came through that beginning bit, we ended up creating the celebration, didn't we, of life, because we sort of, especially we're performing a lot at festivals, and after Jemai passed, we had this full summer of festivals of paid work, and we very nearly just cancelled it all. Obviously, we were just totally distraught and didn't understand how we would carry on. But then also with encouragement from our friends and family, we had encouragement from people just saying, you know what, you could lock yourself in a room and sort of hide away from everything. People definitely encouraged us to continue on our journey and share our music, and we felt very much like we didn't know what else we would do. So when we went, we basically did the full summer of music, and we performed on stage with like massive grief in our hearts, and that particular song evolved to have that upbeat dancing celebration of life, the gratitude that we have for meeting Jemai and for the brief time that he spent with us. He only lived for 10 months on earth with us, and what an incredible, amazing 10 months that was, to meet this amazing angel being, to be blessed to be his parents. And we turned it into a bit of a celebration, didn't we? We had so many people dancing with us. Welcome to your birth, welcome to the earth, you know. Every one of us has to experience the temporary nature of this life. Every one of us has to lose those that we love, and really trying to unify everyone with the understanding that we're not alone. We're not the only people who will lose loved ones. That was our way of dealing with the grief, wasn't it?
The music, Yeah, the festival organisers letting us come even though they knew we were grieving, and through just persistent gigging and songwriting, we came to a point of calm, and we were able to embrace the next chapter, which was our beautiful rainbow baby Zaya. And he was born very shortly after the Gemini album tour, which was a grief tour that the Arts Council funded, and this song Mama was very much like the central point of that that tour, wasn't it? And with my brother Sean, we toured the UK and brought people together who came and wept with us, and we brought them through that into songs that are, you know, comical then, and then into ecstatic dance. And I was just reminiscing on the cottage there that we lived with Gemini. That was the first time I played about with some loops, the loop pedal on the keyboard, and we had an old melodica knocking about, and I looped the chords to the upbeat bit.
The melody.
And the melody you're playing on violin came through.
That's right, Alex wrote the melody.
melodica.
Oh, it's mad how you forget things, isn't
Yeah.
it? The melody.
Remember it.
Alex played that on melodica.
With Gemini dancing
and
around.
Gemma was dancing, and Alex said, "Let me teach you on violin." And I was like, "I'll never be able to play that on violin because I'm a late learner to violin, and I was, you know, I'm sort of quite insecure sometimes with my playing." And Alex is like, "No, let me teach you." And you taught me that melody, and I just felt so proud of myself when I learnt to play that. And then
you play it so beautifully.
Oh, still practicing it a lot even now, but that, again, with the collaborative nature of our songwriting, that song was such a collaboration, wasn't it?
Multiple parts have been put together to somehow move through grief into a sense of gratitude for life. And
there's not a day that goes by where we don't miss Gemini and wish he was here, and especially now we've got Zaya, our beautiful rainbow baby. We live here in our nomadic home with Zaya. He knows about Gemini. He calls Gemini his brother when he sees this picture, and it was sad that our boys can't play together, you know, but in a strange kind of way we feel like Zaya maybe wouldn't have been born, you know, if it hadn't unfolded the way it had. So only now can we really sort of think perhaps all of that was supposed to unfold the way it did, you know, but you still can't get away from the humanity of just, you know, you want your children to play together, and there's just such a deep sadness there. So we definitely channeled so much of that grief in doing live performances and sharing our music. Some people had come up to us at festivals and be like, you know, why or how can you be here, sort of thing, and it was just the only thing we knew how to do. It was just our own, to keep ourselves busy and to keep going. So now with the lockdown happening and we can't do our live gigs, we had a full summer booked that all got cancelled, and now we have to find new ways to deal with our grief. And for us, a big part of dealing with the grief of losing Gemma is to talk about him, to tell our story to others and share our music about him. So a big part of starting this grassroots sessions is to continue that want for us to share our music with others and share our story. So we're very grateful that you're joining us today. And we're going to be releasing lots more sessions around our nomadic home. So please do subscribe and hit the notifications and check out the links below to stay up to date and to stay in the loop, because we're going to be releasing a lot more of our music. Yes, if you have any requests for songs of ours or songs of others you'd like to hear, let us know in the comments below. We're going to be really open to sharing lots of new arrangements and new songs. So stay tuned, guys.
Thank you. Blessings, beautiful beings. Beautiful Gemini. Grassroots Sessions is made possible by our wonderful patrons who support us on Patreon. Thank you so much to all of you beautiful beings.
Please join our Patreon today to help us create more videos. Donations are also very welcome here.